Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, November 11th, 2011. We're going to get right into the charts here. The futures are having a big move higher, up about 13 points on the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Very good little move for the markets. Today is the Veterans Day holiday in the United States. It is also Remembrance Day in Canada. So look for a light volume session that will favor the upside today. I have a hard time thinking the market sells off unless we really get some news out of Europe that drives the market lower, which you never know, could happen. But I'm not expecting that today. I'm thinking that the markets will probably have hit the highs and will go sideways, and then maybe before the closing bell they'll surge up as they normally do in the final 30 minutes. So we'll see if that's the case today, but you have to favor an upside day with the holidays taking place today in the United States and in Canada. Also, it's very important to note that the bond market in the United States is closed. Hence the old saying, when the cat is away, the mice will play. So that also favors a little bit of upside in the market, and I think the market's already made a pretty big move. You could see here right around 2:30 in the morning, 3 in the morning, market started higher, chopped around, and has floated up a little bit. I'm not really sure we're going to see much more gains today than we have already at the open, but it will be a very light trading day, as it is a holiday and the bond market is closed. Let's take a look at the US dollar index, because when the stock market is higher, the dollar is lower, and that certainly is the case this morning. You see a pretty good decline in the dollar, and market up, dollar down, dollar up, market down. It's just that correlated. Really, there's nothing else that you need to pay attention to. If you don't want to listen to the news out of Europe, simply just watch a chart of the US dollar index chart. In my opinion, it is the most important chart out there at the moment. Okay, a couple of things to go over. Let's take a look at the oil front, USO. We'll see here USO traded up to that 38 level. Looks like a lot of resistance up here for oil. Maybe it goes a little bit higher. You can't rule that out on a day like today. Spot crude is up 67 cents to $98.43 a barrel. But again, if the dollar moves lower, crude should hang in there and trade higher. Once the dollar moves higher, though, crude will pull back and sell off. Let's take a look at the GLD this morning. First, we'll start with spot gold, which is trading higher by 14 points. You'll also see the GLD catching a bid. Remember, when gold's higher, that's telling you the market's higher. Those two are synonymous. Gold and the market will trade with each other, because it's just gold is telling us when the market's inflating, and gold will tell us when the market's deflating. Today, a nice little move for the GLD, trading at 172.38. Yesterday, it closed at 171.14. So decent little move there. Those of you that like silver, a decent little pop on silver, closed at 33.14 yesterday, trading right at 33.14 now, off the highs of the day. So we'll have to watch that chart. Again, silver is lagging gold because it is somewhat of an industrial metal as well as a precious metal, where gold is predominantly just a precious metal at this stage, too expensive to use on any industrial goods. So we have to just view gold as the leading indicator for inflation and deflation. Okay, let's take a look at some stocks. I couldn't find many this morning, so I'm just going to go through my little list, but there weren't that many stocks to really look at this morning because of the light volume. I'm not seeing really anything that's sticking out like a sore thumb. Everything is trading higher, so that's one thing that you could look at today. But here's a chart of Nordstrom. Yesterday it closed at $49.62, trading lower today. Nordstrom actually has downside potential to around the 46.50 level, maybe 46.25 area overall. But right now it looks like it's sitting on the daily chart 250 moving average. So there's a little bit of support down here. But ultimately, Nordstrom could trade down to that 46.50 level. I'm not sure that will happen today, though. If there was normal volume in this market, I would say certainly look for a bounce around the 46.25 level. But I'm not sure it even gets down there today. It could, so watch for a bounce there if it does get there. But again, it's sitting right on the daily chart 50 moving average, which is not major, but nonetheless, it is still some support. And in this light volume, it very well may hold up. So Nordstrom's trading a little bit lower. I know Molycorp highly popular rare earth stock, had earnings. Stock's trading at $36.11. Not really sure what to make of it here. The chart is still a little bit indecisive. Has a fair amount of support around 35, and you can see it actually held there. If it breaks through there, I mean, it's probably headed to 30 bucks. But on a day like today with the weaker dollar, I really don't see Molycorp falling much more than it is at the moment. Keep an eye on all the bank stocks. The bank stocks are going to be very important to keep an eye on, especially JP Morgan. JP Morgan will tell you everything you need to know. Stock is trading higher today. However, there are some bank stocks that are maybe not trading as strongly as JPM, but this is the barometer. So watch JP Morgan. That stock goes lower. Most likely the markets will pull back. If the stocks remain strong or steady, most likely these markets will hold up and remain higher on the day. But JPM, use it as a stock market barometer. Very, very important stock. That's really about it that I see this morning sticking out like a sore thumb. There's not a lot of action. It's going to be a quiet day. I expect by 11 o'clock the market to really just go into sideways control, and then maybe towards the end of the session, if there's no geopolitical news, the market will get a little float up to the final 30 minutes. Okay, with that said, everybody, have a great holiday, whether you're in the United States or you're in Canada. Take care, enjoy, and we'll see you all on Monday. Take care now.